I'm going to actually kick things off. Greg asked me to spend a little bit of time kind of setting the stage just to talk about the situation that we face at the federal level with regard to transportation funding, because one of the important responsibilities I think we all have as highway users, and in the case of the association I represent, highway builders and operators, is to make sure that members of Congress understand just the crisis that we're facing, and it is a significant one. Surface transportation at the federal level has long relied on user fees, and one of the things that you will certainly hear AASHTO say, and I think you will hear many in the transportation community say, is what we need to solve this problem is a long-term sustainable source of revenue, and specifically a user-based source of taxation. You see a couple of quotes here from President Ronald Reagan during the time that he was considering a user fee increase. And at the time, he was talking about a user fee increase that would have cost drivers about $30 additional a year. This is not a significant hit on the American taxpayer in order to fund a vibrant federal highway and transit program presence. We're talking about an average of somewhere between 12 and 15 cents per gallon increase, which would equate, as I said earlier, to about $1 a week in additional cost to highway users to fix this problem and go forward. The Highway Trust Fund really is the backbone of federal surface transportation funding. In fact, it is the reason that we have been able to succeed so well since 1956. But it is a very motor fuel tax oriented trust fund. And as you can see here, 91% of the revenues that flow into the Highway Trust Fund are from the gasoline or diesel and special fuels tax. The motor fuel taxes at the federal level have not been increased since 1992. That means that we have lost substantial purchasing power, 37% reduction in the purchasing power of that same 18.4 cent gasoline tax since 1992. And if you look out to the year 2023, that purchasing power will have declined by more than half. We're seeing many more alternative fueled or hybrid vehicles that are now entering the market. That's going to continue. It's not going to happen at a dramatic pace, but it's going to happen at a consistent pace over time. And one estimate that has recently been made would indicate that between now and the year 2022, we will collect somewhere in the neighborhood of $57 billion less into the Highway Trust Fund as a result of alternatively powered vehicles entering the fleet. We are collecting far fewer dollars into the Highway Trust Fund from users than the current level of federal spending for highway and transit programs. Somewhere in the neighborhood of $15 billion per year imbalance between highway receipt collections and spending at the federal level. And here's probably the most important chart that I will show all morning, and I think the message that all of us as highway users and as highway builders and operators need to make sure that members of Congress understand. That is, without them taking action to increase the revenues that flow into the Highway Trust Fund this year, there will essentially be no federal aid highway program or federal transit program in 2015. This is our so-called fiscal cliff, if you will, and this is very real. And this is a message that I think members of Congress do not understand. Certainly those who work on our program every day do, but when we're talking about the 535 members of Congress, there are many who do not understand this message. And one of the things we at AASHTO certainly have undertaken is to make sure our members, the State Departments of Transportation, are engaging with their congressional delegations to tell this story. There are many ways to get at it. Some of the ones shown on this matrix are not user-based. We're trying to say to the Congress, find something on this menu that will work, find something that will be long-term and sustainable, because we need this investment and we need for the Congress to understand that they have many options for getting there. Let's develop the political will, let's find the political way to get it done.